Ray Brown's Talkin' Birds.
Made possible by the generous support of the Birdwatchers General Store, Orleans, Cape Cod. Birdwatchersgeneralstore.com. By FeatherSnap, the smart bird feeder with a high-resolution camera and species identification software aimed to educate and spread joy to every level of avian enthusiast. Learn more at feathersnapcam.com.
And by Vortex Optics, with the VIP warranty, their unlimited lifetime promise to keep you and your optic covered. Learn more at vortexoptics.com.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, and welcome to our show, number 1016. Well, the Steller's sea eagle, that spectacular Northeast Asian native that's been visiting numerous North American locations since August of 2020, has been spotted yet again. According to Ian Winter, in a Facebook post, the bird was seen on Friday, December 13th, in Terra Nova National Park, Newman Sound, Newfoundland, in the Canadian province of Newfoundland and Labrador, not very far from a previous sighting in Lethbridge, Newfoundland. Where will it be seen next? Like those drones that seem to be popping up all over the East? It's a mystery. Novelist Jacqueline Suzanne wrote a famous book called Once Is Not Enough. And sometimes it seems that having Mike O'Connor on any given Talkin' Bird show once is not enough. Well, on today's show, we're doing something about it. We'll have Mike on twice today, a little later with Let's Ask Mike Live, and right now by way of an audio postcard that he sent in. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Ray. I'm in the backyard here on Cape Cod. There's a bird singing. I don't know what it is. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what it is. It's a great horned owl. I know you get great horned owls in your audio postcards, but this one's right in the backyard. I'm not even whispering. And you just, oh, you know what? I can hear another one in the distance. And this one is not happy about it. You're so not happy about it, you just shut up. Oh, there it goes. Oh, man. I'm getting a little nervous. He's really close. You know what? I think I'll go back inside the house. See you guys later. Bye.
All right, bye. Boy, I hope he's going to be okay. That's Mike there. Great horned owls. That's an audio postcard. We'd love to get them, even from Mike. So please send us one. All you have to do is observe some birds you're looking at or listening to, or both. And just record on your smartphone or digital device. Send the file to ray@talkinbirds.com. That's ray@talkinbirds.com. It'll automatically go right into our audio postcard department. Here's our conservation scary scenario of the week. President-elect Trump said in an interview this week that he will terminate emissions rules from the EPA that are designed to move the U.S. auto market toward electric vehicles and hybrids. The new tailpipe emissions rules set a target of having 35 to 56% of all new car sales be EVs by 2032, and a smaller percentage to be plug-in hybrids. What would it mean if these rules are terminated? Well, it seems reasonable to assume that the devastating effects of climate change will advance that much faster. The EPA says that the rules, if enacted, would reduce planet warming emissions by 7 billion metric tons. On to the preview of our Mystery Bird contest, which is going to come along later in the show. If you are new to our show, we do this contest every week, and we play the sound, as you just heard, and we give some clues and invite you to call in. We'll give the number and all that a little bit later in the show, getting you kind of set up for it and ready with some clues. Our Mystery Bird is a medium-sized dabbler. The colorful male sports a white crown with a green band stretching from the back of the eye to the nape. The body is pale cinnamon with white wing patches, and on the sides of the rump as well, white patches there that contrast with the black undertail plumage. Our bird winters over the southern half of the U.S. and points south and breeds in the north-central states and through most of Canada and Alaska. That's our Mystery Bird. Fabulous prizes, as always, including a big bag of the coffee we're drinking here. Our favorite coffee, shade-grown, bird-friendly, and truly delicious. Birds and Beans coffee, grown under the natural forest canopy in Central America to preserve wintering habitat for all those beautiful birds that we love up here in the North American place all through the spring and summer and fall. And from Fresh Cut Paper, makers of beautiful life-size pop-up floral bouquets that are wilt-proof and crafted to last a lifetime. We have a certificate for 5 bouquets. In this, they do have bird-themed bouquets among their selections. Beautiful bouquets from Fresh Cut Paper. Also, on our Mystery Bird contest coming along just a little bit later on in the show this morning. Something else we are happy to do every week and lucky and fortunate to do, with more ambassadors always signing up for the show. Folks that are helping us spread the word about our show and about birds and conservation. Thanks to Louis M. from Ledyard, Connecticut. He says, my wife, Emily, my late wife, loved your show. We listened every Saturday morning. Thank you so much, Louis. So nice to know that Emily enjoyed the show, and thank you for becoming a Talkin' Birds ambassador. And here's another Talkin' Birds ambassador with some thoughts about being one.
My name is Jessica Allen, and I'm from Palmyra, Pennsylvania. If you find yourself sharing a story you've heard on Talkin' Birds, or you've laughed out loud during a segment, or thought about a conservation issue long after the show ends, you're probably someone who recognizes the value in the content like I did, and you'd make a great ambassador.
Talkin' Birds listeners, we hope you'll join our ambassadors family at talkinbirds.com. And thanks.
Thanks again for being with us, and still to come on our show today, we'll learn about how to watch the birds in your backyard, even when you're away from home. Also today, Mike O'Connor, if he's okay after his owl encounter, will join us for Let's Ask Mike Live about the birds he'd like to have join him when he moves to a remote island. And up next, we're back to the grasslands again to meet up with this week's featured feathered friend. Birds in the genus Buteo are stocky hawks with long, broad wings. One of the largest is the red-tailed hawk, familiar to folks all over North America. But today's featured feathered friend is bigger than a red-tail or any other North American hawk, and probably even more regal. After all, its species name is regalis. It's the ferruginous hawk, a royal raptor with a grayish-brown head, rich, rusty, or ferruginous shoulders and legs, and crisp white underparts. An uncommon dark morph is mostly reddish-brown. This bird and the rough-legged hawk are the only 2 North American hawks whose legs are feathered all the way down to their toes. Ferruginous hawks feed on small mammals and are sometimes known to stand above prairie dog or ground squirrel burrows, waiting for prey to pop up. The ferruginous hawk breeds from central Canada all the way down to northern Texas, with wintering grounds through California to northern Mexico. Throughout the 19th century, ferruginous hawk nests often contained bison bones and hair, along with sticks and twigs. Their bulky stick nests are a challenge to build, and they often just add pieces to the remnants of existing hawk or crow nests. Knowing this, conservation managers create artificial nests to help boost the birds' populations. And that seems to be working. Ferruginous hawk numbers have increased in recent years, and they're ranked at a low level of conservation concern. Their call, usually uttered as an alarm, has been compared to that of a herring gull, like this. Arguably the most regal and definitely the largest of North American hawks, today's featured feathered friend, Buteo regalis, the ferruginous hawk. Welcome again to our show, number 1016. I think it would be fair to say that new technology has had a big impact in the last few years on the world of birding. We now have entire field guides in our phones. We can go out on a bird walk and have a phone app help us determine what birds we're seeing or hearing. We have amazing info sharing platforms like eBird. And fairly recently, new technology has become available for backyard birding. And we're about to learn a bit about that with our special guest, Maria Kincaid. She studied natural resource ecology and management at Louisiana State University. And that, coupled with her lifelong love of animals and the outdoors, has led her to becoming the official bird nerd for Feathersnap, a supporter of our show and makers of a solar-powered smart bird feeder that lets you watch the birds in your backyard, even if you're not home. Good morning, Maria.
Good morning.
Wonderful to have you here, and I have to ask you how you like being known as your company's official bird nerd.
I love being known as the company's official bird nerd. When I first started the job, they were introducing me as the ornithologist, and I just thought it was so much easier to say, well, I'm just the bird nerd, and it kind of stuck.
Okay, it's just a different term for the same thing, maybe.
Absolutely.
So, we're talking about the Feathersnap Scout Smart Bird Feeder. How does it work? What exactly does it do? And how is AI involved here?
Yeah. So the Feathersnap Scout connects to your Wi-Fi and will take images of birds that come to your feeder and send them straight to your phone. So you don't have to sit and watch your bird feeder to see exactly what's going on. AI is used to help identify some of the birds that come to your feeder. If you're not necessarily, an expert birder or something unfamiliar comes, the AI can help you identify those images. It gives you a list of birds that it could potentially be and allows you to sort of narrow it down.
You can use the feeder with Wi-Fi, as you just described, but also you can use it without Wi-Fi. Is that right?
Yeah, so the feeder requires Wi-Fi to connect to your phone. Mm-hmm. It does have an internal memory, and so if you place it somewhere that there might not be Wi-Fi, or you place it, or your Wi-Fi goes out, you can still collect those videos and images that come to your phone, but it does require Wi-Fi to work.
Okay. So on the roof of the feeder is a solar panel that keeps it charged, but at least around here, there are clouds. So there's a backup system, right?
There absolutely is. The camera itself comes with an internal battery, so you can charge it with a C-port cord, or USB-C cord, and so what the solar panels do is they charge your battery while it's in use, which allows you to go a longer time between taking it out and charging it. But there is a built-in battery. So if it's cloudy for a day or, you can't charge it for a couple of days, you still will have that power.
We're talking about the Feathersnap Scout Smart Bird Feeder. And in the time we have left here, Maria, I want to report that our Debbie Bleacher has set up the Feathersnap Scout in her backyard, and she has sent along some pretty amazing photos and videos that she has captured as she tests it out. So our plan is to move the feeder after her practicing with it to our Talkin' Birds garden in the backyard of our home radio station, if she's willing to let it be moved out of her backyard. We'll see. And by the way, tell us a little bit about that video aspect or feature.
Yeah, so the camera will take a 15-second video of the birds that come into your feeder. It takes 3 images, and those images are within the 15-second video, so you can request a video to come to your app so that you can see the birds there. The other really amazing thing is that we have a live feed, so you can tap into your camera and watch the live feed of what's going on at your feeder while you're there.
Pretty cool. More info about this amazing smart feeder is easy to find at feathersnapcam.com. feathersnapcam.com. I always forget the cam part, so I want to emphasize that. feathersnapcam.com. By the way, the website has some good info about bird feeder placement and how to create a bird-friendly yard. So that's a nice addition as well. feathersnapcam.com. Maria, thanks for explaining all this to us, and please keep up being a proud bird nerd.
I will. Thank you so much for having me.
That's Maria Kincaid here on Talkin' Birds. And up next, it's our Mystery Bird Contest in just 1 minute. The flutter of a tail feather, the flash of a wing bar in mid-flight. You don't always have a lot of time to identify a bird in nature, let alone to appreciate its beauty. But with Vortex Optics, you'll have the power to bring every wild moment closer. When you choose Vortex, you're choosing to have a partner in the field as passionate about nature as you are. Whether you're spotting old friends on the backyard feeder or packing for a once-in-a-lifetime trip to add a few species to your life list, Vortex offers a full range of optics and optics accessories for every birder and every budget. And whether the birds are taking you to another state or another country, you're always covered by the Vortex VIP warranty, an unlimited lifetime promise to keep you and your optic covered. If you'd like to learn more, or if you need help choosing your next optic, give Vortex a call at 1-800-4VORTEX or visit vortexoptics.com. There's that mystery bird again. And this time it's for real because it's our actual mystery bird contest, the part of the thing where we invite you to call in and tell us what that bird is. Or take your guess. Either way could get for you some wonderful prizes that we give away on our mystery bird contest. And we'll describe those prizes in a moment. But first we describe the bird. It's a medium-sized dabbler. The colorful male sports a white crown with a green band stretching from the back of the eye to the nape, back of the neck there. The body is pale cinnamon with white patches on the wing and on the sides of the rump. Those patches on the rump or on the sides contrast with black undertail plumage. Our bird winters over the southern half of the U.S. and points south and breeds in the north-central states and through most of Canada and Alaska. That's our mystery bird. Tell us what it is and win prizes, including from Fresh Cut Paper, makers of beautiful life-sized pop-up floral bouquets that are wilt-proof and crafted to last a lifetime. We're proud of our sponsors and prize providers, and we like to point out, for example, Fresh Cut plants a tree for every bouquet sold, and they partner with 1% for the Planet, which is an international organization whose members contribute at least 1% of their annual revenue to environmental causes. Our other prize comes from Birds and Beans Coffee. They also do wonderful things on behalf of birds. It's shade-grown, bird-friendly coffee grown under the natural forest canopy in Central America to preserve wintering habitat for birds. And they have the backing of the Smithsonian Migratory Bird Center, which provides the most stringent oversight of coffee plantations to ensure that they truly are bird-friendly, shade-grown coffee plantations. It's kind of a big deal, so we're thrilled about that, and we love Birds and Beans Coffee. Prizes there on our Mystery Bird Contest. The number to call is kind of important. 781-837-4900. Once again, it's 781-837-4900. And just quickly, we often forget to mention this, kind of important as well, which is that if you're not hearing our show live and therefore can't enter our Mystery Bird Contest, there's an easy way for you to enter the contest and to listen live. Just go to talkinbirds.com and click on the Listen tab to see how to do it. That's talkinbirds.com in the Listen tab. And our live broadcast is on Sunday mornings, 9:30 to 10 Eastern, 6:30 to 7 Pacific. That's our Mystery Bird Contest. Meanwhile, we're going to check in with Mike O'Connor. We hope he is still live in just 1 minute.
Ready to take your backyard bird watching to the next level? FeatherSnap makes Wi-Fi-enabled smart bird feeders that blend the best of technology and nature. Get a high-def glimpse of your feathered friends with a top-of-the-line camera so every visitor can be seen with clarity and detail. A unique dual feeder bin helps attract more species, and built-in solar panels keep your camera's battery going strong. FeatherSnap's mobile app creates a truly immersive experience, allowing you to collect and organize your favorite pics and videos and earn badges along the way. FeatherSnap is a convenient and fun way to capture powerful images of your local birds and help get your friends and family excited about bird watching. Best of all, FeatherSnap offers expert-trained AI identification of more than 275 North American species, thanks to their in-house ornithologist. Check them out today at feathersnapcam.com. feathersnapcam.com.
Well, folks often muse about which 10 books or maybe 10 record albums they'd want to have with them, whether to be marooned on an island somewhere. Well, our Mike O'Connor's musing is about the 10 bird species he might choose to share his island kingdom with him. We may be about to find out some of the ones he's chosen. Good morning, Mike.
Yeah, I'm there.
You're there? But are you here?
Yeah.
I know you're there.
Let me just double check.
Yeah, okay.
Let me get a mirror out. Yeah, there I am.
I thought you had another power failure there. I know there's cold weather down where you are. There's kind of.
We only have one line.
Yeah, you got Cape Cod Flash and Flicker Electric Company down there, I think. Let's see, where were we? Oh, talking about the island. Wherever that island is that you're going. I don't know if it's a desert island or just some other island, but you want to have certain birds kind of hang out there with you.
Well, right. Yeah. Sometimes you get with a group together and people talk about birds and stuff. And in this day where families get together at the holidays and try not to talk about politics or the state of the world or argue about your best sports team. Instead of arguing, sometimes people get into discussion. And in this case, I always tell people, let's make a list of the top, we'll say 10 birds, and you make your own rules, but we'll say top 10 birds. If you lived in a place, you can say a remote island or just a habitat where you only could have 10 birds that you would want to see, only 10 birds, what would it be? And it's a personal choice, so if you don't like it, then that's fine, because that's what I like, and you like something different. And that's a good way of birds that either make you feel good, or you like their song, or you like their attitude. And to me, of course, the number one bird would be a chickadee, because it's just a feeder bird that we all like. But then there's a bird a lot of people don't like, a blue jay, and I would have a blue jay because they're beautiful, and they have personality, and they're spunky. They're like frat boys. They come together. They create all kinds of havoc. But then I would have something simple like a barn swallow, because it's just a beautiful, chirpy bird. It's very friendly. And then I would have something like an odd bird like the American dipper, which is just not many people get to see it, and it would be in the stream. And your habitat would have a place for all these birds, so you don't have to create the habitat. That's up to nature to do that. And then I even have a brown creeper, one of those innocuous little tiny birds that go up and down the tree that nobody sees, but it makes me laugh every time I see it. And I think you got some birds that you like, right, Ray, or no?
Well, yeah, and one of them is a common bird I'd call the black-capped chickadee, which is our state bird here in our home state, Massachusetts. So we have that one.
There you go.
That one in common. Most of my birds are not very colorful. I'm not sure what that says about me, but there's the black-capped chickadee. Black skimmer is another one that I really like.
Skimmer.
Yeah, a very cool bird to watch. Harris's hawk. It's like the hawk of hawks to me, with the appearance of this bird. I've got the Eurasian eagle owl, an amazing bird. Northern gannet. I've got chimney swift and common nighthawk. Love to watch them when they used to fly over the city all the time. We don't see them much, sadly, anymore. I've got yellow-billed or black-billed cuckoo, bufflehead, and my favorite other duck, the canvasback. So those are mine.
See?
Yeah.
I agree with you on the buffalo. That's on my list, too. It's like the chickadee of the duck
of the
world.
sea.
It's tiny, it's entertaining, and it's fun. And it's a good way of people share. I mean, you and I could talk about this for the next 45 minutes, but, it's just a way a group of people to chat, and sometimes you forget, right? You said chimney swift. I forgot about the chimney swift. And that's just an odd flying bird, and you see it at dusk, and it's a good way for people to get together and chit-chat without fighting over that the Yankees stink and all that stuff.
Yeah. And as they say, there's no wrong answers.
There's no wrong answers, but you're going to have a chickadee on the list.
All right, Mike. It sounds like you're fading away there. Thanks. We'll talk to you next week.
All right.
All right, Mike O'Connor. Next week we'll see if we can find out which island Mike will be going to. All right, we're back here to the Mystery Bird Contest. We'll hear that bird here maybe one more time. There it is. 781-837-4900 is the number to call to identify that bird. And we have Ryan somewhere in the great state of North Carolina. Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning, Ray. How you doing?
Doing well. How's it down there? Our Mike O'Connor was just down your way. I guess you missed him, but he said it was as cold down there as it is up here. How's it now?
Yeah, it's still pretty chilly down here. I think we're supposed to hit 60 tomorrow, though.
60 would be pretty nice. Well, you heard the clues and such, Ryan, on our mystery bird. What do you think?
I think it's the American widgeon.
I think it's the American widgeon. Jesse thinks it's the American widgeon. We all think it's the American widgeon. Maybe we're all wrong, but I think we're right. The American widgeon is exactly right. We were mentioning about that little white part on the top of the head. This bird used to be called the bald pate because that white stripe was said to resemble the bald man's head. A little trivia there about the American widgeon. Hey, I think we have time for a bonus question. Ryan, would you like to try it?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right. We have a beautiful thing from our friends at Feather Friendly to protect your windows or protect your birds from crashing into your windows as a prize here. Here's the question. It's a multiple choice. What are the only birds or the only bird species, or what is the only bird species, I guess we could say, that have feet with just 2 toes? Which bird species have feet with just 2 toes? Would it be A, the ostrich, the common and Somali ostrich, B, the emu, C, the great blue heron, or D, the quadruped quail, which has 4 feet to make up for having only 2 toes in each foot? I didn't think I'd get that one out, but I guess I did. So what do you think?
I'm going to guess the emu.
The emu would be a really top quality guess, but according to our trumpeter here, it's a really close, I guess you could say. It's actually the ostrich. Only has 2 toes, which is interesting because it has pretty big feet and dangerous as well. But yeah, the ostrich, the common ostrich and the Somali ostrich. But Ryan, thank you. And you won those beautiful prizes from Fresh Cut Paper and from Birds and Beans. And if you'll kind of stay on the line there, Jesse will arrange to get your info to we can send that to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Ray.
All right. Thank you, Ryan. Correctly identifying the American widgeon is our mystery bird on today's show. Next week, Robert Bell's birding life and his life in general was interrupted by Lyme disease. He wrote a book describing the experience, and he'll be here with us next week to tell us about it. Thanks to our amazing Talking Birds team, Debbie Bleacher, Freya McGregor, and our producing engineer, Jesse Wilkins. I'm Ray Brown. See you next week.
The Bird Show. I like that. I love it.
Ray Brown's Talking Birds.
Made possible by the generous support of the Birdwatchers General Store, Orleans, Cape Cod. Birdwatchersgeneralstore.com. By Feather Snap, the smart bird feeder with a high-resolution camera and species identification software aimed to educate and spread joy to every level of avian enthusiast. Learn more at feathersnapcam.com.
And by Vortex Optics, with the VIP warranty, their unlimited lifetime promise to keep you and your optic covered. Learn more at vortexoptics.com.